And then we came down into Steamboat, which is a really beautiful area, has this river going through called the Yampa, and they have hot springs. And then we made a turn and came through this little town called Winter Park. And I said to my wife, I'm a skier. I've always heard of Winter Park, but I've never skied there. And I said, let's, it's just a cute little town. It was real dogs sleeping in the middle of the road. It was just a nice little place. And Claudia said something, she said, this place feels like home. Do you ever have a place you go to and you just feel comfortable about it?
She said that.
I felt that. She said that. So we came back skiing that winter. And we came back once or twice, and the owner of the hotel where we were staying said, my cousin has a home for sale. And so we, this is a good little story. I hope I'm not going too long here.
No. Great. It's great.
And we checked out the home, and it was a nice home. We said, gee, it's great. And, I made the guy an offer, a rent-to-own offer. See how I slid in that real estate story?
You mean you do lease purchases too, huh?
Well, I like working with OPM, other people's money, and so I made the guy an offer. It was remember, I'm coming from California now. It was and we settled on a price of $380,000 for this very large house. I mean, this house is huge, man. I could have convention. There's rooms in this house I haven't been to yet. It's
for 330,000.
380,000. 380. In California, $380,000 will buy you a porta potty behind the Walmart. Okay?
Right.
This was 24 years ago. And so I structured a rent-own, $5,000 down and a 3-year contract. And, it was great. I didn't know if I wanted to live in a place where you get 300 to 400 inches of snow a year coming from California. And a couple months later, the owner comes to me, said, listen, I've been building this spec home and I'm running out of money. He was real honest. And he says, I need to sell this. Would you consider accelerating the option? And so what's a good gut salesman do, Justin, when someone says, I need to sell this home?
You say, well, how badly do you need to sell it? Can we negotiate on price here or maybe not?
And that's exactly what I said. And we love the home. Let me just tell you, I was going to buy it no matter what. If he dropped it down $1,000, I would have bought the home.
Yeah.
And so the original price in the contract was $380,000. You won't believe this. Drum roll, please. He said $300,000.
Nice.
Damn.
So what rule for all our investors here? What is the rule that we have to embrace from this?
Don't act too excited.
Don't ever act emotional. That's a good rule. And the first to mention price always loses, baby. So I said yes in a New York minute.
I think there's a third thing, Claude, and that is that the moment of your life that you make the most money will be a moment, not hours clocked in and clocked out. Right? I mean, look at the money and like boom, lightning bolt fast.
And there was no way I could get a house like this in California for $300,000 on this much land. And we got a view of the mountains and everything. 24 years later, this house is this is a multi 7-figure house now for appreciation and improvements we made to it and everything. It's free and clear. I got an under 3% mortgage. We did when we had a good month. One of my principles of success, where I disagree with Grant Cardone, I talked about this on Monday, is that I have a good month, I'll throw in an extra $500,000 against the mortgage and pay down the principal. So instead of 20, 30 years, you get rid of the mortgage in 15 years. And this house is free and clear, and it's worth it's one of the best investments I've ever made.
Yeah.
So is that a good real estate? Is that a good real estate story with a happy ending?
Yeah, we got to ring the cowbell. We bring a cowbell around here. We need more cowbell.
The best investment I think you'll ever you never know when that great deal will present itself. It could be an investment property. It could be your own property. And you know, sometimes you just gotta go for it. You know, see what do I always where's my little sheet here? Hold on, I gotta find this. What do I always say about real estate?
But you say a lot of things about real estate, Claude.
I do.
Sales is dangerous. Let me put you on the screen. Now you can show us. Everybody will see it.
Oh, Damon Boudreau is here, and he's gonna. Oh wow! Everybody. Let's have some shrimp. Let's have some etouffee and some really good Louisiana food here. Some gumbo. Best food in the world is where Damon lives. True or false, Damon?
True.
Can we talk about food? I always love talking about food.
Oh, I love food. I love New Orleans style food too. What Creole and Cajun, both. Either way.
Damon, I know you're in the Hurricane of the Week club. How many of you had?
That was 5.
5
Jeez.
hurricanes in what, 2 months?
Wow.
Yeah, around 2 months.
2 months.
Jeez.
This is the price. That is the price you pay for having the best food in the world.
And your hair still looks great, Damon. It looks great.
Thanks.
Anyway, that's one of my, that's how we moved to Winter Park. And we've been here since I usually go between here and San Diego. Those are my 2 main places. We also spend a lot of time in North Carolina and Kauai, but this is the safest place. I think this is one of the safest places in the world right now.
It looks beautiful when you show us pictures in the VIP club. I'm referring to his VIP club when he shows us pictures. Beautiful place. The kind of place that you get postcards from.
Yeah, it's really, the people are actually, if a woman has a car on the side of the road with a flat tire, men will stop and change the tire for her, and she has nothing to worry about.
Wow.
It's that kind of town.
Wow, that's cool.
It's old fashioned America. It's just it's almost as nice as New Mexico, right, Philip? I love New Mexico.
Just like my sister-in-law.
I do?
No. Just like that would happen with my sister-in-law. Her tire was flat, and I changed it. Even though I had a 10-hour shift, I went to Queens to get her new tires for her. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's nice, man. That's nice. Yeah, you did a good deed.
Show your picture. What are you, shy tonight? What's going on here? What's with these blank screens here? There we go.
No, I'm in the middle of driving. That's why.
Oh, there. You work hard. You drive a lot, don't you?
No, I'm just in the bus a lot. That's just the difference.
Okay.
It's good to see everybody here tonight. Mark and of course Claude Diamond's here. Philip, Damon, Philip, Kyles, Jason, Aaron, Nicholas, Marianne, Sandra, Alex, Jonathan, Rick, Suzette, and there's other folks watching on other platforms too. And I want to say welcome everybody. I brought Claude on tonight. I asked him. Actually, I kind of assumed the close a little bit today. I like to test guts maneuvers out on Claude. There's no better place to test guts than with the guy who made guts, right? So I was trying a little bit of that today. And I said, hey, you got to come on. He was like, well, we could do it earlier. And I said, no, why would you want to do it earlier when you could do it right here in front of a live audience? And here he is. He's here tonight.
You're such a good salesman. There's I can't say no to you.
Well, he's on tonight because he posted a mind map, and I don't know, Claude, if you can share screens or even if you're prepared for that, but
you have to give me,
I think you have
to
permission.
give me the share screen permission.
Okay. I think I have, but you can check. Let me know if I haven't.
I don't.
If you move your
You gotta
cursor.
make me. You gotta make me a co-host. Or something like
Okay, I see. All right, I'm sorry. There you go.
Hey, we have a celebrity here. Also, we have Suzette Galion. Suzette,
Suzette.
show us that pretty. Suzette, show us that pretty face from Maryland, I believe. And we got Jason Richter.
Is she auditing the class?
I don't know. I don't know. Suzette joined Claudia and I, and with her husband in Hawaii. You know, it's amazing to me. In January of this year, I did a guts seminar in Hawaii. We rented a house. We had so much fun. Can you imagine going to a seminar, learning about sales and real estate, laughing a lot? We had a table full of food, and usually around 2 o'clock, we started drinking Mai Tais. Could you imagine going to a seminar like that?
I have, yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable. So anyway, yeah, would you like me to show the mind map, or I can stay?
Yeah.
I can stay another 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's the rule of five. The rule of five. And it's important. Okay. It hit me today. It was brought up in my VIP club. It was brought up in his VIP club. Guys, I think it's important for like right now. So that's why I was wanting him to come on tonight and talk about the rule of five. So Claude, yeah, tell us, show us.
So let me switch a screen here and see if I can find it. Let's find it. We don't want that. Here we go. Woo! Noise. Can we go over the guts philosophy for 1 second?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I love this. Sales is dangerous, but worth it. It's the $1 million skill. You guys know I always say it. A couple philosophical beliefs I have. This may disagree with about 95% of most sales training gurus, but I think the salesperson always comes first. I know the handsome people in this room give good value, do business honestly and ethically, and I believe they should be richly rewarded for it. Does anyone disagree with that?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
Nope.
I think a lot of this business is self-esteem and confidence. So I believe that we're entitled to be rewarded. Do I have to really talk about the dirty word the worst word in sales, scripts? Absolutely. Don't use scripts. Just relax, have fun. I don't know if you guys know that, but for this meeting today, Justin and I rehearsed hours and hours, and I'm reading off a script right now.
Oh yeah.
Right? No, it's about just being yourself, comfortable in your own skin, talking to people, using the psychology. You don't need a script. Absolutely. Justin, do you use a script to schedule those brilliant broadcasts of yours?
I don't use a script at all. I get
No.
bullet point outline, maybe.
That's
Maybe.
different.
Maybe.
That's different. Here's I have my little bullet point list here that I always have. What's my favorite 3 words?
I don't know.
Yeah, got it. And then there's another one. So people make statements, and we usually respond and answer to them. I usually say,
which means so even the great Claude Diamond uses some cheat sheets here and there. Yeah, some reminders.
Well, I do this. I have little things on my desk here. I have my hero of all time.
Yeah, Popeye.
Oh, Popeye. What did Popeye always say?
I am what I am.
That's all what I am. Look at his girlfriend. She's a vegan. Or she's anorexic, if you know what I mean. Grown man with toys. Don't ask for the order. Make them give it to you. What happens when the prospect is so delighted with the conversation? They like you, they trust you. And you say, what would you like to do next, Mr. or Mrs. Prospect? and they say, let's just do this. I believe, this makes sense. There's something about this feels right. Have you ever experienced that where the prospect is just, we're kindred spirits, we're communicating, and the prospect says, the prospect just gives you the order. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to be manipulative and corner them or trap them. They just want to buy. You know, I'm the easiest guy in the world to sell, Justin, and very few people, except for you and my wife, know how to sell me. My wife knows how to sell me. Oh my gosh.
Claude,
It's amazing.
You're awesome, dude. Thank you.
That's why you married her. That's why you married her.
She was the only girl who kissed me on the first date.
Oh boy.
Yeah, don't listen to this. Yeah, I met my girlfriend when I was 17, she was 16. And I was just hopelessly in love.
Yes.
Oh, this is good beer.
Oh God, it is.
No presentations until you have information. You've got the prospect listening to you. No premature presentations. What does every salesperson do when they get a prospect on the phone?
Talk.
Yeah. Why are we talking today, Mr. Montoya? You know, what do you want to see happen? What's your biggest challenge? What's your problem, sir? Buying, selling, investing. What would you like to see happen, Mr. Montoya?
Yeah, I like just to sell my house.
If we could find a way to do business today that meets with your budget, with your needs, are you prepared to make a commitment today if I can make you the right offer?
Sure.
What?
Sure.
I love that. That's a classic.
Yeah. Work hard, work smart, be creative, and have courage. Okay. Don't be subservient to the prospect. Okay. You're the doctor, they're the patient. You got to go into this with the attitude that that they're there for a reason. Buying, selling, investing. What is their pain point? What is their needs and greeds? Can you find that out by asking questions? Guts is a question-based system. No mind reading anymore. Okay. Most salespeople, they get a prospect and they just go through the slideshow and they tell them everything they don't want to know. And I've had salespeople. Did you ever you wanted to buy something? You did your research. You went into the Best Buy. You knew the computer you wanted, and the salesman spoke too much. And then you started saying, yes. You were ready to buy, and the salesman just flapped and you thought, well, maybe I ought to check prices. Maybe I ought to shop around. Maybe this is the wrong computer. I'm not sure right now.
Why is he so excited? That's what I wonder. Why is this guy so pumped up about this right now?
Oh yeah. You know what goes through my mind when I get a salesperson who's too excited?
Yeah.
They're making way too much money.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get worried when a salesperson starts, oh yeah, you'll love it. Oh, wow, how much is he making off my back? Whoa.
Right.
I have a lot, and I think we got to have a lot of fun in sales. Nobody uses the word fun in sales because sales to a lot of us, including yours truly, was not always the most comfortable thing in the world, was it? I mean, truth be told. But can we have fun in sales?
Oh yeah.
Well, you're not.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Richter, you're not allowed to think about it.
Well, what's that mean? Hey, you know what's funny? The Best Buy guy, he had you at hello. So he messed up. He messed up by just, saying too much.
We have to learn to work off the words of the prospect. Okay. So instead of going into that canned presentation or getting all nervous and everything, just relax, sit back, say, hi, what brought you in here? What do you need? What's your biggest challenge? Why do you think you need a computer? You got that 15-year-old Dell computer that you bought in college. It probably works still, right?
Right.
You just got to get them.
It still works, but I don't know. It doesn't perform very well.
Oh, you know, just smack it on the side once in a while and everything. You don't want to go on the internet or do texting or do creative graphics or build your own web page. You don't need all that, right?
Well, yeah, I'd love to, but unfortunately, this thing's not cooperating.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, I mean, what you're not in a business where, or a lifestyle where you need a functional computer, do you?
I do. I'm tired of this thing. It's been
When you
giving me
say
a hard.
tired, when you say tired, it can't be that bad though, right?
It's pretty bad, you know. Anybody that's had a Dell, and no offense to Dell or the company or Dell lovers, but you know, I've definitely I'm looking at something else personally, because I do in fact have a Dell, but it's not 15 years old. I bought it 2 years ago, and I'm ready to throw it in the trash. I mean, in all seriousness, it's
Use it as a door stop.
Right.
Use it as a door stop or something like that.
I might do it, Claude.
Okay. See, off the role play, who's in pain? Jason did that very well. Who's in pain? And how easy, if I can find why he really needs a computer. He wants to talk to his grandkids. He wants to start a business. He wants to do research for his company. He wants to do Zoom calls with family, friends, business. If you find out his pain point, his motivation level, it's so easy to sell somebody. But for some reason, we think we have to tell them all the specifics. Oh, it has this much RAM, this much megabytes. Oh, it does all this and everything. And he says, hey, you know what? I just want to talk to my daughter at college once in a while on Skype. And that's all you need to do to sell him at that very moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to, you really, the five, what was it? The 5 rules or something like that?
The rule of five. The rule of five, your mind map. It was just absolutely mind blowing, next level beauty.
See if I can,
And
where is that rule? Where is that rule of 5? This is from my, this is a presentation I normally use. There we go. I got to do the, whoops, that's not it. Find it. There's some background noise somewhere.
I think Jason's got a little echo going on there.
It might, because I'm in an empty house, so I'll mute myself. Sorry.
That's all right. It just sounds like someone's talking in the background.
That was a good role play, Jason. You sold that stuff, man. You had me believing that was a real life deal going on in your situation right now.
And it is, and it's real, because Claude, I don't know if Claude remembers, but when I first, a few months ago, it's just, yeah, I'm on my phone, my iPhone right now. But yeah, I'm getting ready to, I'm not going to throw it against the wall, but I'm getting ready to get a different computer, and I probably will get a Mac ProBook. Because it's just, they function, they're good for what we do, and they're good for when you want to just, good streaming, good presentation, good, get your point out. You can, so on and so forth. But this Dell is only 3 years old. I'm not happy with it. So
I got to do the world's fastest presentation on the rule of 5. One of the things I love in my office is whiteboards. I have them all over. And even my rule of 5 is right here on this board. And am I still sharing the screen? Let's see here.
I went to you so we could see the whiteboard. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. In fact, the whiteboard is even better than the mind map. Let's stay there.
Okay.
Basically, 5 new prospects. I want to speak to up to 5 new prospects a day. I like warm prospects. Okay. If I can speak to 3 to 5 people a day and use the gut sales method, life is groovy. Okay. Everything is good. You'll make money. You'll have fun. So you got to set up a marketing plan so that you're speaking to new people every day, or follow-ups, which is also on here. 5 follow-ups a day. If you're speaking to somebody today and they're not ready to do business, a lot of people say no to me too. But do you think it's worth giving them a score, 1 through 10? So if they're a 5, 6, or 7, they're not ready to do a deal today. They want to buy, sell, invest, whatever. Save that information, write it down, put it in your CRM, your spreadsheet. I use Evernote. I love Evernote. Write it down on your little notepad. That I spoke to John and Mary Smith. They have a house for sale, and call them back in 30 days, 15 days, 2 months. They will change. They might change their mind. I can't tell you how many times people have changed their minds because I followed up with them and I saved that good hard information. Make 5 offers a day. When you speak to 5 people, make them all an offer. See what happens and follow up with that offer. Okay, send them a letter of intent, send them a contract, send them a video, send them an audio, send them something. Because what happens a lot of times, how many people here are like me at Gemini? You say one thing and then did you ever sit on a table and you ordered a hamburger and then someone said, no, I'm going to have filet mignon tonight. You say, why am I getting a hamburger when I could have filet mignon? Hey, I want to change, waitress, I want to change my order. Okay. People change their minds all the time. So when you follow up with them and you say, hey, we spoke last Christmas, and I'm ready to do business with you right now. You must have sold the house though, right? Oh, you didn't. Oh, how's your lovely wife? How's your dog Spot? How's your pet Goldfish? You have all your notes, all your facts, you have your numbers. Follow up with them. Follow up, super important. Leave 5 voicemails a day. How many people, tell the truth, you're all on sodium pentothal and Miller High Life. How many people, Miller High Life will do it to you. How many people, what are we drinking over there? That's a nice
I got a 12-pack of a Taste of Belgium, and it had 3 different types of, anyway, it was on sale. So I picked it up. And this is one of them.
There you go.
Yeah, pretty good.
The pandemic is the best thing that ever happened to the liquor store down the street. True or false? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leave voicemails, but leave gut style voicemails. Okay. When you leave a voicemail, oh, Mr. Chamness, I got the paperwork here in front of me and everything. I talked with the lawyer. Everything is great. Could you call me at 421-4121 before 2:30 today? We need to take care of this as soon as possible, buddy. Take care. I don't know. I've never spoken to you before. Okay. I want a response. What's the best thing in marketing that you can get from a prospect?
A phone call back.
A phone call. They
Right.
call. So how many people here love when a prospect calls you because of your ad, your Facebook page, your web page? To Mark Richardson, don't you love that? Absolutely. Absolutely. And finally, post social media. Make postings on social media every day.
Yeah.
Every day I spend 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Justin is the king of this. My God, I get a thing every day from you, from YouTube or something, or Periscope. You're a wealth of creativity and information. What happens when people who follow you keep seeing stuff?
I hope they watch it. Yeah. And I get a lot of exposures. It's amazing. People don't realize social media, the power of it. And I know you got to run, Claude, but just doing a little something every day can get you hundreds of thousands of exposures in a month.
How much does it cost?
Nothing, not a dime. A little bit of my time.
Nothing. You can
Claude,
drink this. You can drink this really expensive beer when your marketing costs are down to zero.
Claude, we got to get you back because I'm going to go order as soon as we're done here. I'm going to go to Amazon. I'm going to order a 3-ring, the spiral bound index cards. And I want you to come back and I want you to tell us what's on the cheat cards and teach us what the power of those. Yeah, exactly. Teach us. I want to incorporate that into my life. Okay. So can we get you back for that? Can we get you back for that?
Anytime. Thanks for putting up with me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Love you, Claude. It's been great, man. Thank you,
sir. Love you guys. Take care.
Have a great night.
Wait a sec. I always point the wrong way. You're working with the best here. This is one of the good guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What good stuff. Good content. Good stuff he shares with us. I don't know if you guys want to hang out or not. Some of you that just popped on for Claude, if you want to go, you can. I'm going to visit with my group for a little while longer. If you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. It's okay. The rule of 5 popped into my mind today because in my one-on-one students chat room, we have a guy, Ace. You guys know Ace. He's doing some one-on-one coaching now, and he's on Fridays on the Q&A for the VIP. And so he put in the group today a copy of a check and some other check, I think. And then he said that this lead came from a bandit sign. It was a seller financing deal that he did, Creative Real Estate. And he said it came from a bandit sign. And he said his strategy is 5. He said 25 a week, or 5 a day, however you want to do it. and then I go over to the VIP for Claude's, and I look, and Claude's got the rule of 5, and I'm like, ding, 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 ding. Maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. I need to shore up my business here using the rule of 5 today, because it's definitely being thrown at me in a couple different ways. So the rule of 5, somebody explain to me your perspective on the rule of 5. Let's open up the forum here, open up the room. Let's talk about the rule of 5. What do we mean by the rule of 5, and how can we apply it? Anybody? Any comments, questions, anything?
Well, the rule of 5 is usually the rule of 5 is talk to 5 people a day. You can send out 5 postcards, 5 letters a day.
Yeah.
So
Mark, I saw you say something, but I couldn't hear you, man. I don't know if your mic's unplugged or what, but if you can work that out, man, I'd love to hear from you. 5 postcards a day, 5 emails, 5 phone calls a day, 5 conversations a day, 5 bandit signs a day. There must be something magical about 5. I don't know, but the consistency of it, I think, is where the real magic is. And that's something that Ace added into the VIP over here for us. He added in that it's the consistency of the thing that matters most in doing the bandit signs 5 a day or 25 a week. And so it's the consistency of it. So it doesn't matter. What strikes me is it doesn't matter if you're doing bandit signs 5 a day, if you're getting 5 leads a day off of the scraper and text blaster, if you're downloading data from PropStream, you're skip tracing it, having it ringless voicemailed out, okay, getting 5 leads a day. It doesn't matter where you're getting your 5 leads from. It's doing the 5 things. It's the consistency of the activity, right? That's what I pick up from it. Does anybody have any thoughts on that? The consistency, the power of doing 5 a day, 5 a day. Anybody have any thoughts on that?
I just think of it anything, just like the basketball player or the athlete or whatever, pro sports that you like, the only way they got good was not doing it once, not doing it twice or 3 times, but every day doing the same thing, taking the same shot over and over and over. That's what comes to my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree and concur. I concur with that. That's absolutely 100% true from everything I know about anybody that's professional at any skill, that they do that consistently. They practice until they can practice perfectly. Claude is so good because, he's done it for a long time. Sure, we don't have that. He has that. We don't have that. But we do have the same opportunity that Claude had. He just took advantage of it to practice, right? And to use the skills and to polish the skills. Damon made an excellent point here in the chat. He says, and 5 is not a big number, so it's easier to do, right? I think sometimes people hear what my model is and what the numbers are that I do weekly, and they try to duplicate that, and that's fine. But really, if you're getting started, 5 a day, that's awesome. 5 a day. Every day, or 25 a week, doesn't matter. That in my experience equals in the creative real estate business. If you're using the gut system to actually convert these leads, that's 1 to 2 deals a month every month. Okay, that's pretty good. And at $10,000 to $15,000 a pop, if you're assigning these deals away, that's pretty good living. It's not bad. Can't complain about that. So 5 a day, and it doesn't matter where they come from. Again, I don't think it matters if it comes from a text scrape, a scrape and text, or a ringless voicemail, or prop stream, or wherever it's at. It's the activity of it all, and using guts, using good phone skills. Talking about that, Real Estate Wholesalers Club has started a couple things, and I want to introduce them to you tonight because they may be helpful for you. We talked about this last week a little bit, but we have a private Facebook group, and in that private Facebook group, we try to offer a lot of education, of course, but also accountability. And accountability can be the difference maker for some folks. They need somebody to know what they're doing and to communicate with somebody and to work with them and to help them, encourage them, or help them share that momentum. You guys get where I'm going with this. The accountability is important, and some folks just really, really need it too, maybe more than others. And there's nothing in the world wrong with that. So what we've done here at Real Estate Wholesalers Club is we've opened up 2 groups recently. One, they're both a little different. I'm going to share screens and show them to you right now so you guys can see what we're talking about. But the first one on Facebook that we've started was started by John Moore. It's Success in Life, Growth and Motivation. Okay, you can go over and join up if you want. This is kind of an accountability and an encouraging, positive mindset type group. All right. It's just us basically, and the people that hang out with me. Okay. Right now. So, if you want to pop in that group, it's got some inspirational stuff that gets put in there every day. And then there's going to be some live broadcasts and things that come out of there from time to time. And guys, if you want to get in and participate in that stuff, that's exactly what you ought to do. Now, there's a second group here I want to show you that was started by Mark Richardson right here in the room with us. I don't know if we can hear from Mark or not. But this group is called Shut Up and Be Accountable. Okay. Mark, here he is. He's popping in the room, I think through a different computer. But Shut Up and Be Accountable is a public group. It's like a little offshoot or a subgroup of Real Estate Wholesalers Club and the private VIP, but it's a public group. Shut Up and Be Accountable. And it's for folks that want to come in and participate in helping one another be accountable. Now, what makes this group special and different than all the other groups and different from the group that I just showed you, the Success and Growth group, this one's different because this one here has a little bit of a different flair to it, in that it asks its members, and we talked about this last week, to contribute $5 at the end of the week if you failed at your set activity. In other words, you let's say you were going to do your lead gen on Sunday and Monday, and your cold calls and stuff on Thursday and Friday and Saturday or whatever, calling your leads, and you failed at it. Well, on Friday, throw $5 in the pot. There's a GoFundMe page attached to this. It goes to a homeless shelter to help, crippled children or something. We're gonna put it towards something good.
They about to get rich off of me.
Well, it's only $5 and it'll, it's not going to break anybody. It's almost like a game, a little bit, but it's just something to remind you. It's kind of like that swear jar. When you mess up, you put a little something in the swear jar.
Somebody getting off of it. Somebody definitely getting rich off of me.
Yeah, me too, brother. Me too.
It's full quick. Gets full quick.
Yeah, the swear jar does. Yeah.
On some days. Yeah.
So this here may be a fun group to jump into for accountability. Again, it was started by Mark Richardson. I don't know, Mark, can we hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, man, we can hear you now. Wait,
Sorry
tell us,
about
tell
that.
us more about this. You're a VIP member,
Yes, sir.
and you brought this idea to me, and I said, hell yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it, because people want to work with each other and get some accountability going and all that too. So this group might cost your ass $5 a week though if you're a lazy son of a gun.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's kind of the idea, is that at least you have something that you can start an accountability group and have, but if you don't have a little skin in the game, then, you might not follow through. So, I think that this is a good way for us all to kind of help each other out too. And then, I kind of want to be able to set it up so that we can just encourage and inspire each other too, to get it so that we can just help each other out. Just another tool, I think.
Yeah, it's a tool. It's a way to get a little more community into your life too. If you need a little community, I think it's also probably a great place to find other people that are serious about the business. If you're looking for a JV partner or somebody to partner up with on deals or part of the business that you're building, maybe I need help doing some of this and somebody else is stronger at this than me. Maybe we can partner up temporarily. I think a lot of great things can come out of those groups. I know a lot of great things have come out of the groups that I've started. And it's exciting to hear that VIP members here want to start little groups like this and encourage the other members to join and be accountable, really. Because guys, that's really, if we're being honest, it's not the education we're missing. That shit is on YouTube, man. We all know that. That's where I looked at my YouTube app today and I didn't know this was on there, but YouTube's got a thing on there now where they'll tell you how many hours of YouTube you've watched today or this week or whatever. And I was like, holy shit, it's like a full-time job. It really is. I mean, I spend that much time evidently with YouTube going, and I'm like, really? The education's out there. We're all probably more educated than, okay, I'll give you an example. And I may be a bad example, but I have never had a real estate license, ever. Never been a realtor, never been a real estate agent. All I've ever done is buy courses, watch YouTube gurus, this, that, the other thing. Okay. Piecemealed my education together, a lot of hard knocks, personal experiences, that kind of thing. Never had a license, still don't today. Think about it pretty often, but don't have one. But I saw on YouTube, there was a video that said, Realtors Examination Questions Part 1. Okay, questions 0 through 50 or 1 through 50 or whatever. And I was like, I wonder how well I'll do at this. Dude, I was kicking ass. I was like, I don't even need to go to school for this stuff. Just give me the test. Of course, unfortunately, in Missouri, you actually do have to go to school, whether you think you need to or not. But my point is that we're all more educated about real estate than we give ourselves credit for. So it's not the education that's screwing us up, guys. Not really. Probably not. It's probably more realistically falling into one of two other categories. One is getting leads, or two, converting those leads, or the consistency of doing those two activities. That's it, really. And so the accountability here, what we're hoping to do is give you a place to plug in, get a little bit of accountability, have a little bit of fun doing it. I'm going to be in those groups too and doing some live things and putting some things in there, and you guys too. Okay. So let's just make it fun and have a good time. If you want to do it, if not, that's okay. You can tell me no. It's okay if you want to, if you want to fire me right now.
I need to go consult my pet rock.
I love it when Claude says, I need to call my priest. I need to light a candle.
I need to go consult my pet rock.
Yeah, exactly. Man, do you remember back in the 80s, there used to be an actual thing called a pet rock?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I do
Absolutely.
too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I remember that. That's crazy. And that's literally all it was, but it was the marketing.
Yeah.
It came down to the marketing because literally all it was a rock.
Yeah, it was a rock.
No more, no less.
It's like that movie. I can't remember the name, where the guy was on trial for selling copper engravings of the Great Emancipator, and for 1995, and he was sending him a penny.
Wow.
Because it's got Abraham Lincoln on it. You know,
it's
copper
like
penny.
1999. Oh God, I didn't know. Yeah, that's wild.
That's funny. Yeah, so we got to get that consistency going, and anything we can do here in the club to help you guys, we want to do that. We got about 10 minutes left on the hour here. Are there any questions, anything kicking off or jumping off in your business, anything happening? I know in the VIP we had somebody ask about talking to absentee owners and tired landlords. The short answer to that one is you just use the same principles that we always use on any other call, really, even a lead. It's just the guts conversation. Okay. If it's a cold call, if it's not a lead that you generated with a text or a ringless voicemail or something, and they've contacted back, or if they haven't seen some marketing that you've done and they've contacted you back. Okay. If it's a cold lead, then you can't lead in with the same boring stuff. Okay. Like, hi, my name is Justin. I'm a real estate investor. I was looking at a property address. Do you own that? Okay, cool. Well, I wanted to ask you a few questions. Okay, that's not a cold call. That's not going to fly on a cold call. So a cold call, a couple things really help me. One is I always start with a question. Hey, Mr. Is this, do I got the owner of property blank blank? Okay, I do. Wonderful. I bet I've got big problems here, don't I? I'm too late, right? Okay, I always start out with something to get them engaged a little with me before I start out telling them, hey, I'm a real estate investor and I buy properties and I want to. Okay, so with a cold call, you have the responsibility of warming it up a little bit. You warm it up by asking questions. And here's another thing that you do when you're doing cold calling or even calling leads. Start incorporating this little technique into your spiel, and it will help you with the initial warming up. And here's the technique. Okay. I want you to go up with your phrases. What I mean is, hi, my name is Justin. You see how I went Justin, and my tone drops. Hi, this is Justin. I'm a real estate investor. I'd like to talk to the owner of blah, blah property. Okay, now listen to me. Hi, this is Justin. I'm a real estate investor. I saw your property. Is it 123 Apple Cart Way? I bet it's sold, right? You see, I'm going up at the end. It's so much more engaging. It really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So let's role play it. Let's practice it. And somebody be the homeowner and I'll be the caller, and I'm going to do it bad the first time.
Well,
okay.
I'll be the homeowner. Homeowner.
Okay. When you're ready for me, say ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Hi, this is Justin. Is this the owner of 123 Apple Cart Way?
Yes. How can I help you?
Okay, well, I saw your property online. I wanted to ask you a few questions, and you can ask me a few questions. And if it's not a good fit, you can fire me. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, a lot of folks sound like that, and that's okay. That's okay. But if you go up, it'll help with your cold calls and warming it up a little bit. It's just a subtle difference, okay? All right, this is not walking on water or turning what is it? Turning
water
into wine. Yeah, I'm not doing anything like that, but it's just a subtle, but it'll help you. So let's try it again, Philip. Ring, ring. Say ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah. Is this the owner of 123 Apple Cart Way?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. I saw your property online and I was kind of interested in it. You haven't thought about selling?
Yes, that's why I got it online.
Okay. Oh, so it's still available?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. If I ask you a few questions and you ask me a few questions and I'll let you fire me if it's not a good fit, is that okay?
I guess.
Okay. That's it. That's it. So now give me some feedback. Good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. Somebody tell me what you think. Does it matter? Does it not matter? Did it help? Did it not help?
What a difference. What a difference.
Do I need to have a couple of beers first?
I've only had one. I promise.
I'm sober.
What a difference.
No, it
Well, it
doesn't.
almost sounds like a question too when you're saying like, "Hey, this is Justin," as opposed. It sounds like a question when you're talking about when you're up in it like that.
Yeah. Hey, this is Justin Chamness. Like they're searching in their head, like, who is this? Or wait a minute. See, when you ask a question, they can't help but start thinking about answers. I'm engaging them, but if I'm making statements, hi, I'm Justin. That's not engaging at all. That's
the first one almost sounds like a little bit like Ferris Bueller's teacher. Anyone?
Yeah.
Bueller. Anyone? It's no fun.
Yeah. A lot of people sound like that, I think, man. I've been guilty of it myself. Yeah.
It seems like you have no energy. Like, feel like you have that negative energy.
So basically just be up
The
and
second one sounds like Justin, you're going to give them something good.
Yeah.
That's why you're calling them.
I agree. It does.
You mean so just going up on the end does all that?
Yeah,
It
it sounds
does.
like you're going to offer up something good.
It really does.
So they want to find out what it is.
So yeah, I agree, Debbie. So that's just a little gold nugget for you for your cold calling and your absentee owners and your tired landlords. Ring ring, hello. This is Justin. Justin Chamness? Yeah. No. Well, is this the owner of the house over on blah blah? So see, I'm already engaging this dude right away. That's how you do it with these folks that are a little more cold, and it helps even with leads, I find. So try it out this week. See what you think. Okay. See what you think. See if it helps you with the first 10 seconds or so, which is usually the toughest, right? Am I right on that? The first 10 seconds or so is usually the hardest.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Yeah.
My question is, would you say, hey, is this Justin I'm speaking to? Would you come in like that?
You could. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that. Do you? Okay. So it's fun. I like to practice on my family too. They don't even know. They don't even see it coming, but I do. They don't know what I'm doing to them. How evil. Evil.
I had to use guts on my wife.
Tell us about it, Philip. How'd you use guts on your wife?
I'm like, cause she was yelling at me for something I forgot I did. You know how you forget something and you're supposed to tell. She told you something weeks ago and you forgot about it. I said, so if I can do this right, you gonna stop yelling at me?
Oh, locked her down. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So I said, so this gonna help. This gonna solve our problem. You yelling at me right now. So how is that gonna help us right now?
Man.
Good for you, man.
Congratulations. So hold on, man.
That's a nugget right there. Fellas, I got a fever, and the only prescription is
let her have anything you want.
Men should always lead with that, the gut sales. That's something men should always do. That's a great, as a female, I will suggest that. I don't know, Marianne, what do you think?
Is that sexy? Is that what you're saying? That's sexy when a man has that guts aura thing, or what?
No, it's just, it's not that it's sexy. It's just we want you guys to get to what we're seeing quicker.
And,
so
that's more like I think it's the confidence more. I think females like the confidence more.
I see.
Am I right?
Marianne, what do you think, Marianne? I'm saying it's just quicker to get to it because it's like, yes, that's exactly what I've been asking you to do for the past 3 weeks.
Okay, so if I do this right, you won't be mad at me no more, right?
Exactly, right, Marianne? I don't know. What do you think?
It's great communication. You know, then you're gonna be more agreeable with them.
Uh-oh. It's you might be onto something there. You
I
might be
think I
onto
was
something.
just gonna say the same thing, Justin.
Say that again, Marianne.
I was just gonna say it at the same time you said it. I think they're onto something.
Oh yeah, they might be onto something with that. Are there any other questions? Marianne was asking about options and flex options. Are there any other questions before I hop into that for a couple minutes? Anything else? Anything. Okay. All right. Then real quick, we'll make this the last topic then, guys. We'll jump into options and flex options real quick. Real quick, like.
Wait, what is flex options? What is flex options?
Yeah, that's a great question, man. Here's what it is. You have a straight option. What's a straight option? Anybody know? Tell me what a straight option to purchase means.
You need to just have an option to purchase property for whatever you agree upon.
Right. So
between you and the owner or the seller.
Yep, it's a straight option to purchase. It's an exclusive right between you and the seller for them to sell it to only you and for you to be the only person that can buy it at that price during this term. That's it. That's exclusive right. So it's exclusive. That's why I put that all in capital letters, because that's the operative word here I want you to remember, because a straight option is exclusive. A flex option is the same thing as a straight option, except it's non-exclusive, which means that the seller has the ability to market the property or continue to market the property. Okay. While you do also. Okay. If the seller beats you to it, then you lose.
So it cancels out the contract that had originally with the owner, right?
Yeah. So a flex option is a non-exclusive option to purchase at an agreed upon price for a set term. But if the seller has other folks he may have given the same option to, and he may also retain the option himself to market the property and find a buyer also. So it's a race. It's a race. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a quick question on that flex option thing. So have you ever come across a situation where you have the seller wants such and such amount, and then obviously you want to maybe try to mark it up so you can make some money, and maybe the two properties are being advertised either on Zillow or you put it on Craigslist or you put it out to whatever people, that being a conflict, of
Yeah. So if the guy's marketing the property pretty well already, then, you don't really have much choice, where to market it, because you're going to have competitive ads. One's going to say 100,000, another one's going to say 120,000. It's a no brainer which one I'm going to call first. So that might not work, but in a lot of cases, the homeowner that we call is a for sale by owner. He's got his house listed for sale, and that's okay if it's on Zillow for sale for 100,000. And then I put it on, or maybe he even has it on Facebook for 100,000. I'm okay with that. I'm going to put it on for rent to own at 110. And when people call me and they say, hey, I saw this property listed twice, once at 100 and once at 110. What's the difference and why is that? I'm going to say the $100,000 is the buy it now price. The 110 is the rent to own price. Which were you most interested in doing with me today?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Does that answer your question, Mark?
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking it without the lease purchase, because I had one recently. It was just the straight option or the flex option, no lease involved. But I actually had it less, but people were seeing it on Zillow, and then I had it on Facebook or whatever, and they were saying, hey, I saw it on Zillow, it's listed, and which was no big deal. We were all straight up with everything, but it kind of
So in that situation, either one, I turn the deal down because the guy's already marketing it everywhere that I planned on marketing it. Or number two, I ask him if he'll temporarily remove his ads to give me a shot. And if it's a flex kind of deal, the guy's not going to be willing to. So it's kind of comes down to the deal itself and how you set the deal up and manage the deal. But in that case, I don't think there's much you can do. You know, I do run into that too from time to time.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
pretty often. So the seller lease option agreement memo, which is in my lease option course and in the packet, that seller lease option agreement memo is non-exclusive. It's a flex type agreement. Okay. But a straight lease option is an exclusive agreement. It's not a flex. Okay. So if you use the seller's lease option agreement memo, it's a flex agreement. That means that seller can compete with you. It's a race. You may want to lead in with your seller just using a regular lease option. Okay. Just regular lease option, which is in the closing packet, by the way. So there's a little bit about flexes and straights. The opposite of a straight is a flex. The opposite of exclusive is non-exclusive. That's basically it. So here's where we use this. All right. Here's where we use it. I don't use it really currently, but this is an old technique that I haven't used in a long time. But here's what you do. If you have a house, property owner that has a house that's for sale for $100,000. Okay. And you go to it. It's a pretty house, or you ask him about it and it's a pretty house. It's not ugly. Okay. And he's asking 100,000. Okay. So the purchase price is basically what the value is. So let me put that down there. 100,000. All right. So if the purchase price is 100,000, that's what he's asking. And let me change that to asking price and not purchase price. Asking price, 100,000. It's worth 100,000. It's a pretty house. Okay. Seems like a no deal here. He won't do a lease option. Okay. I would offer a lease option on that kind of deal. All right. But he says no deal to the lease option. He wants cash only. Okay. As an investor, you're probably out. Okay. Because this is not an ugly house deal. Are you out? Okay. You might be out. You might walk away from this deal because he won't do a lease option. He wants cash only, and he wants every bit of what that property's worth. Or you might be able to say to him, hey, this is what we used to do back in the day. We used to go to these folks and we used to say, hey, listen, Mr. For Sale by Owner, you're asking for $100,000 for a property that's worth $100,000. Have you had any offers yet? No, you haven't. Okay. What's the best you could do if you had an offer today? Okay. All right. No. Okay. Oh, you got an offer. You had an offer at one time for what? 85 and you didn't take it? Okay. What would have been the magic number? Would you do 87? Oh, you do 87.5? Okay. If it was today, 87.5? Okay. Well, if I was able to bring $87,500 to the table within the next 30 days, could we get a contract on this and me go to work on it? Can you give me 2 weeks inspection period? Okay. So I would either get an option on it, a straight option. Okay. Or I would do a flex option. Okay. Or I would just do a straight purchase and sale agreement. Okay. There's not much difference in the three. Do you guys understand why there's not much difference in the three? Because I'm going to assign away any of them. I'm just going to assign them over. It doesn't matter. A straight option where I got exclusive rights to buy this property for the next 30 days, a flex option where I have the right to buy the property at this price at $87,500. It's a $100,000 property, but I can get it for $87,500. It's a beautiful house. But he's going to be competing against me. Okay, I might be able to do that still. Or I might just put it under purchase and sale agreement and then go find what kind of buyer? A retail buyer. Okay. We would do open houses on the weekends. 2 weekends in a row.
Justin, with the purchase and sale, this is obviously something that you can only do in your local market, right? If you're doing open houses, or would you go ahead and then kick that over to us, to a realtor? And that's just a local market thing, right? With the third one.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to kick it over to a realtor because you wouldn't make any money, but
right.
But it's a local market technique. That's why I don't really do it anymore. It's an old school technique, and it's really kind of unheard of nowadays. Nobody talks about it much. It'll raise your eyebrows a little bit, but it's the same exact game as the ugly house wholesale game. It's just using pretty houses and retail buyers instead of fixing flippers.
And who would qualify them, because this is different now, right? Because you're doing retail. So would you go ahead and talk to one of your mortgage brokers to qualify them for right now? One of your contacts?
No, because during our open houses, we have buyers show up, and once they like the house, we shoot for the contract. Okay. And we go for earnest money, non-refundable. And we go for, we got to have your pre-qualification letter that you've been pre-approved. All that stuff has to be in place or we can't take your offer.
Oh, okay. So this is something that you talk about in the marketing, that you need to come in with your pre-qualified things first to open house kind of thing. Okay. Got it.
On this technique. Yeah.
Right. In the third one.
Yeah. So
that's actually not a bad option. That's not really used these days.
You know, I'm thinking about writing a damn book on it, Sandra, because it's something we used to do. We haven't done it in a long time, and maybe I can refire this technique up and revitalize it a little bit with modern stuff and make it work again for me, and then turn it loose with you guys. But in hot markets, it's hella good.
Yeah. In
hot markets where you can take a FSBO, knock him down 10, 15 grand off the purchase price, go do 2 open houses on weekends and have run 15, 20 buyers through there in 2 weeks. You get offers.
Wow. Yeah.
So just a thought. Okay. I don't want to work that hard. Okay.
Yeah.
That's hard work. I think that's why we quit doing it. Well, that and the market changed a little bit. See, I also like techniques that are evergreen. And I feel like the lease purchasing is evergreen. I feel like that technique is great in certain markets that are really hot and juicy.
But even if you were to, like you said, that you don't want to do it because it does take a lot of work. Even if you were to do it in your local market, you could still have boots on the ground team in your local market. That doesn't necessarily have to be you, right?
It doesn't have to be you. In fact, you could hire it out to anybody, pay them an hourly wage to do the open house. But here's the thing. Here's where the money comes in, is running your marketing. You'd want to do your marketing on Facebook ads and your marketing on Craigslist and so on and so forth. But then you want to have bandit signs in the front yard that say lease purchase today only, open house, big banner. You want the flags, the balloons. I mean, you want this to look like a fucking circus when people drive by.
There's a lot of marketing expense. That's what you're talking about. The money is going into marketing. That's what you're saying. It eats a lot of it into your Okay, got it. Yeah. That's one of the drawbacks.
Well, when you're local, though, you buy that shit once and you have it for each other house that you do subsequently. But still, you know, your initial outlay, you're going to spend a few $100 getting what you really need to do. So again, it's not a free technique, but it's pretty close.
So Justin, how do you present that? What are your words that you present that to the seller? If you're doing the flex option.
Yeah. Mr. Homeowner, obviously you need to be talking to a motivated homeowner. You can say, I understand your need for cash. If I were able to, me and my partners, if I were able to get them in there in the next 2 weeks to look at that place a couple different times, and we bring you near asking price, what's the best we could do today? That's it. That's really it. Okay. Cause you know that if you can get him down 20 grand or 15, you got a shot at making 10, 15 grand. If you market this thing right, you're actually betting that your marketing horse is faster than his, cause his sucks. mean, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He doesn't have balloons. He doesn't have flyers. He doesn't have an ad on Craigslist or on Facebook, either one. You know, my chances at winning this deal are a whole lot better. And in fact, I'm going to make more money than a realtor would. That's the crazy good part. So it's really that simple. You just have to ask them, hey, you know, if me and my partners were able to get folks in here in the next couple of weeks and figure out, you know, all that we need to figure out, if we were able to do near asking price, what's the best price you can give us? I'll shoot you the paperwork today.
Okay, thank you.
That's it. Not everybody's going to go for it, Marianne. It sounds like it's an easier technique, but it's not necessarily easier. It's just another technique. So keep us updated. I would price it at full retail to sell. I probably would. Yep. Probably would. If it's in a hot market. See, that's why it needs to be in a hot market. And in some cases, you might even be able to get a little bit beyond retail in hot markets. And, you know, this works with, again, I hate to talk so much about this technique because it's not something I've done recently, but this really works really well with folks that have lived in a house that's nice and they've moved already. So if they're already gone, them giving you 2 weeks to try to tie this whole thing up and get it out of their lives ain't that big of a sacrifice. Okay. So, you know, think about that. Some of these lease options that don't work out might be able to be converted into these straight options if you have a mind to do so. Okay.
Well,
me and my team don't really do that, but we could, you know. Marianne. I thought Marianne was going to say something. Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I got mixed up with the mute thing. I'm finding a lot of people who don't want to do the lease options. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if it's possible, you know.
Yeah, Marianne, if me and my partners were able to get in there a time or two over the next couple weeks and check out everything, what's the best you could do on price? What's the best you could do? If something, you know, and I know you need cash and I know you're not interested in a lease and all that, but give me a good price. What's the best we can talk about, Marianne? I'll get the paperwork over to you today. I just pitched it to you. That's about it. Yeah.
I can share a little scenario if you like as well.
Yeah, go for it, Rick. Yeah.
I just did one of these in September. It was an owner that had 3 condos all in the same complex, and he pretty much wanted right at full market value for it, not interested in terms, nothing. And all I said to him was like, you know, I understand that you want full asking price here, but I would really like to share this with my investor network. But to do that, I would like to, you know, have some sort of little break in price here so I could try to make something off of it for my time. Can you give me a little break on the price?
There you go.
Can you just give me a break on the price? And I can just send you over an option agreement that's good for, you know, 3 or 4 weeks just to give me some time to share it with my investor partners to see if I can get this sold for you. And he was like, yeah, I could do that.
There you go.
So it was just an easy walk-in, you know, because there was really not much of a deal there anyway. And he gave me a chance to market it. I did not sell it, but I did get the flex option. He gave me about an $8,000 or $9,000 difference. You know, it just didn't go, but I still got the option to give it a shot.
There you go. Yeah. So it's really like the easiest pitch in the world, really, right, Rick? I mean, if the guy's interested in doing business with you at all, it's a pretty mundane pitch.
I was just straight up with him. Say, you know what, man, I need a break on the price so I could try to make something just for my time. So
there you go.
Okay, can you just give me a break a little bit and I'll try to get this sold for you? And I just, you know, no sales pitch. That was just the facts.
There you go. That's easy. Can you duplicate that, Marianne? It's that easy.
No, thanks for sharing that. That sounds great.
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Rick. That was a great story. I don't know, anybody in here feel like me and would like to have Rick do a Q&A during the week, because Rick is pretty badass. He's pretty badass. I love Rick. Rick's awesome. Rick always brings the thunder.
You're funny, man. I love you guys though, for real.
Yeah, we love you too, dude. Glad to hear you're back safe in California where you belong, man.
Yeah, man. Nice drive.
I bet. How many hours was it to Illinois?
31, and I only stopped for 2 to take a nap.
Wow. Well, only guys can do that.
How many bottles of urine
I drink.
are in the floorboard of your vehicle right now?
Like I said, only guys can do that.
Yeah, I was working on 2 till I hit a pothole, so no more of that.
Oh yeah,
I drove down from Virginia Beach. I'm in Melbourne, Florida right now, so it was kind of. But you had me trumped. It was 800 for me, so it was only 13 hours.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
that's a cakewalk.
Yeah, I feel wow, yeah. That's what out west. It's just a whole different thing, you know. You can pass through many states on the East Coast, but if you're going across, you know, California to New Mexico to Arizona to New Mexico, etc., you're crossing some big land masses, so it adds up.
Yeah, I stayed lower. I stayed lower through the 40 just to, kind of keep away from Colorado and the bad weather. So just to keep it safe.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
Well, let's role play real quick while we finish up here, and let's work on the going up. Let's do it one time before we call it a night. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I always get something out of it, and hope you guys do too, and everybody that's watching in the VIP clubs and stuff. So who wants to role play? Anybody want to be the caller and I'll be the homeowner, or who wants to be the homeowner? Who wants to be the caller? Let's do it real quick. Let's go up instead of down. Let's go up. You know what I mean?
I'll be a homeowner.
Okay, Philip's going to be the homeowner. Who wants to be the caller?
Wait. You want me what kind of homeowner you want me to be? A mean one? Which one?
Oh man, just be a regular old guy, just a normal
old guy.
Just a normal good old guy, I guess.
It'll be an easy one. It's levels to this, man.
Well, we'll give us something in the middle, All right, who wants to be the caller? Anybody? Just set the agenda. That's all we're asking. Just set the agenda. Anybody? Any volunteers?
I'll do it.
Who said that?
I said it was me. I'll do it.
Okay, Jason. All right, let's go for it, Jason. You first.
And I'm just a caller right now, right?
You're just a caller, and we're just practicing that first 10 seconds where you're going to set the agenda and you're going to go up with it instead of down with it. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Ring.
Philip's
Ring,
not
ring.
home.
Ring.
He's not home.
Wait a minute. Let me start off correctly. Ring.
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 Hello?
Philip.
Hello.
Yes, he connected.
Hey, hi, is this Philip?
Speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, how you doing, Philip? This is my name's Jason. How are you?
How you doing, Jason? I'm all right. How
Good.
are you?
Good. If it was any better, they'd have to stop the world. Let me off. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
He said okay.
I thought that was pretty good. I'm sorry. I just it fell on dead ears.
Okay, guys. Good practice. Remember that first 10 seconds is probably the most important 10 seconds when you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. So put a little energy in it, put a little up to the end of your sentences there and engage them with that inquisitive, that's inquisitive up is what it is. It makes their mind default into engage with you, to think. So go out there, practice this stuff, guys and gals. Love you. Have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow if you're in my club. Yeah.
I want to know what. No, I ain't fully hear him, so I was asking the question. Okay.
That's all right, dude. That's all right. It was a good role play. It's a good role play. Jason, you had something you want to say?
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to ask it, because this was impromptu for me. I'm not part of your group.
That's okay.
So can you, did you record this? Can I see this again? And
Yeah, this is on YouTube.
Listen to it on my run tomorrow?
It's on YouTube right now at
Okay.
Real Estate Wholesalers Club is the name of the channel.
And I
Real
wrote
Estate
that,
Wholesalers.
I wrote that
Yep.
down.
Okay. Yeah, check
Cool.
us out, dude. In fact, you're a star on it tonight, and everybody in the whole world, this is the largest show on TV, and so you're famous now. You're welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
I've enjoyed the hell out of it. Absolutely.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you,
Yeah,
dude.
man. Yes, sir. You're welcome, and thank you again.
Hey, thank you, Philip and Damon and Mark and Philip and Victor and Aaron and Mary and Sandra and Jonathan and Rick and Jerry and everybody out there. Hey, we'll see you later. Have a good week. We'll talk to you tomorrow if you're in my club.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. Please stay
Y'all have
safe.
a good night.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome. Thank you.